This is Real News Media TV, coverage you can trust. Please like, share, subscribe, and hit the notification bell. Select all for daily news updates. St. Thomas senior citizen found dead on dirt track. The St. Thomas police are investigating the stabbing death of a senior citizen in the parish. The deceased has been identified as 69-year-old Oliver Brown, otherwise called Mr. Shine, a watchman from Bamboo River in the parish. It is reported that shortly after 9 o'clock on Friday night, a resident was walking along a dirt track in the community when Brown's body was seen lying face down with multiple chop wounds. An alarm was raised and the police were called to the scene. No motive has yet been established for the killing. This brings to 6 the number of persons killed in the parish since the start of the year. Police investigation is ongoing. AK-47 rifle and ammunition seized in Westmoreland. The police are reporting the seizure of a high-powered rifle and ammunition in Westmoreland. They say a team conducted an operation in Racetrack, Little London on Monday, where an AK-47 rifle and a magazine containing 6 7.62 rounds of ammunition were recovered. No arrest was made in connection with the seizure. The operation was conducted by members of the Counter-Terrorism and Organized Crime Investigation Branch. Investigations are ongoing. Senior citizen perishes in house fire. A 61-year-old perished in a 4-bedroom wooden structure that was completely destroyed by fire at about 11:30 last night on Old Harbor Road in Spanish Town, St. Catherine. Residents say the man who was reportedly in his room could not be reached before he was severely burnt. They reported seeing the house engulfed in flames and rushed to save the occupants, including a 1-year-old baby. A unit from the Spanish Town Fire Department eventually responded and put out the blaze. Investigations are ongoing. Carrie Douglas pleads not guilty, bail extended. Jamaica Labour Party councillor for the Trafalgar Division in St. Andrew, Carrie Douglas, this morning pleaded not guilty to charges of assaulting a policeman and obstructing the police when she appeared before the Kingston and St. Andrew Parish Court. Douglas entered the plea through attorney-at-law Samoy Campbell. Campbell was standing in for Douglas's lawyer, Peter Champagny. The prosecution told Chief Parish Judge Chester Crooks that the case file was not completed, and subsequently a mentioned date was scheduled for May 20. Douglas's bail was extended. Allegations are that about 8:30 p.m. on February 26, the police were responding to a gathering in Swallowfield, St. Andrew, half an hour into the nightly island-wide curfew, when Douglas allegedly used her vehicle to block the police from arresting an alleged offender from the gathering. Douglas, as an elected official, is among the category of people exempt from the curfew. It is also alleged that Douglas hit one of the cops. Following the incident, she turned up at the stadium police, where she was arrested and charged and later granted bail. Government officials over 60 to start getting COVID vaccine today. Parliamentarians and heads of government ministries, departments and agencies who are 60 years and older will start receiving their COVID vaccine today. Last week, frontline healthcare workers started receiving. Members of the Jamaica Constabulary Force and the Jamaica Defense Force are now being vaccinated. So far, COVID has infected more than 31,000 people, with 15,325 cases active as at Sunday. Jamaica's COVID-19 vaccination program began on March 10 with administration of the first doses to just under 3,000 individuals. Former Prime Ministers P.J. Patterson and Bruce Golding and former Governor-General Sir Kenneth Hall were among the first to receive. Since then, more than 12,000 persons have been vaccinated. The Health Ministry is reminding the public that vaccines are being administered according to the approved schedule and is urging persons to attend vaccination sites only after they have received their appointments. Health inspectors on edge as colleague test positive. A health inspector assigned to the Greater Portmore Health Center has expressed concern that despite a colleague working in the same office testing positive for COVID-19, other members of staff were potentially exposed and were instructed to report to work yesterday without being tested. The health inspector, who spoke to the news on condition of anonymity, said the small office is shared by 11 members of staff. The news has been informed that a team of health inspectors from the Greater Portmore Health Center yesterday conducted an on-site food handlers clinic at a large popular food store at the Portmore Center in the Sunshine City. When Grayson Hutchinson, Chief Public Health Inspector for St. Catherine, was contacted for a comment, he first said that he would have to get permission from Medical Officer of Health for the parish, Dr. Francia Prosper Chen, to speak. However, he later told the news that he was not in a position to disclose information requested. Hutchinson was first asked to confirm whether a member of staff at the Greater Portmore Health Center had tested positive for COVID-19 late last week. I am not at liberty to disclose that information. That information is private. The health department is not at liberty to disclose that information where there is a doctor-patient or doctor-client confidentiality, Hutchinson said. Asked if he was prepared to allow his staff to interact with the public without first being tested if there was possible exposure, Hutchinson said, "I am not prepared to comment on the issue." Attempts to reach Prosper Chen were unsuccessful, and a recording indicated that her mailbox was full. On Sunday, Jamaica recorded 7 more COVID-19 deaths, 3 of which were in St. Catherine. The parish is trailing Kingston and St. Andrew with 6,043 COVID-19 cases, the second highest in the country. Kingston and St. Andrew has 8,877 cases of COVID-19 as at March 14. On Sunday, St. Catherine recorded 205 new cases of the highly contagious virus. Murder victim tried to leave lover. Neighbors of 37-year-old Tamika Richards, whose body was found with stab wounds and her throat slashed on Sunday, said she had many fights with her boyfriend, who is now a person of interest in her murder. Raheem Woodhouse, 27, was given until yesterday by the police to turn himself in for questioning. Richards was reportedly trying to end their rocky relationship. A whole heap of them fight regular. This minute them sour and the next minute them sweet, said Sharon Byfield, who lives on the ground floor of the 2-story building where Richards and her 2 sons occupy the upper floor. She wanted him to leave, but him not leave. She told him 3 weeks ago that it done because she can't bother with a whole heap of fuss and fight. Byfield's husband, Delroy, said the couple fuss all the time. Him never live there. Him go and come. When him come at night, him bang on the door hard, he stated. Friends and neighbors who gathered at Richard's house on Sunday grieved openly and stressed that she did not deserve such a gruesome death. It is reported that concerned neighbors went to Richard's house at 6:30 a.m. after failing to get in contact with her. They reported that they forced open her bedroom door to find her lying on her bed in a pool of blood with multiple stab wounds. Richards was taken to the Spanish Town Hospital where she was pronounced dead. Over 300 cops test positive for COVID-19. National Security Minister Dr. Horace Chang has revealed that over 300 police officers have tested positive for the coronavirus. But he was quick to add that during the community spread phase of the pandemic, it was inevitable for some of the law enforcers who work in the communities to contract the virus. The last time I checked, we had well over 300 active cases. The police are a part of the population. The police work within the communities, and once it gets into the community spread, police officers are going to be affected, stated Chang. He added that members of the Jamaica Defense Force, who at times work jointly with the police, are also affected by the virus, but to a lesser extent. The Army has had a few cases, but not as extensive at this point. But bear in mind that the Army is on the road supporting the police, said Chang. He was addressing members of the media in Montego Bay on Monday, shortly after receiving his first dose of the COVID-19 vaccine. 602 new COVID cases, 2 more deaths. Jamaica recorded 2 more COVID-19 related deaths and 602 new cases on Monday, according to the latest data from the Ministry of Health and Wellness. The deceased are an 86-year-old female from Kingston and St. Andrew and an 82-year-old male from St. Mary. The 602 newly confirmed COVID-19 cases bring the total number of cases on record for the island to 31,907. There were also 118 recoveries on the day, bringing to 15,371 the number of persons who have now recovered from the virus in Jamaica. Of the newly confirmed cases, 334 are females and 249 are males, with sexes of 19 patients awaiting confirmation. Ages range from 1 to 98 years. The cases were recorded as follows: Kingston and St. Andrew 146, St. Catherine 104, Clarendon 52, St. Anne 49, Portland 43, St. James 42, Westmoreland 41, Hanover 33, Trelawney 26, St. Mary 21, Manchester 16, St. Elizabeth 16, and St. Thomas 13. There are 31 moderately ill patients and 27 critically ill patients among the 15,807 active cases now under observation in Jamaica. Please remember to like, share, subscribe, and hit the notification bell. Select all for daily news updates.